Hey everybody, welcome to Big Hair Biker News. My hair ain't so big today. Been a hot one. Sweating my gonads off. Anyway, thought I'd check in. I found something interesting in CycleWorld magazine, online magazine. Harley Davidson is planning a global reveal of its water-cooled 1250 Custom. I told you about this a couple weeks ago. They've come out with some more information, so I wanted to get it out there. A bike that was first teased as a concept a full 3 years ago on July 13th will be out. Details of the production version have now emerged ahead of schedule, courtesy of the firm's official type approval documents. We are now the new machine. We now know the new machine will undergo the same Sportster S name, confirming that this liquid-cooled dual overhead cam machine is the successor to the long-time-running Sportster line of air-cooled pushrod engines. The model officially designated the RH1250S in line with the Pan America that shares its 1252cc Revolution Max engine. The adventure model designations are RA1250 for the base model and RA1250S for the Pan America Special. The fact that Harley showed the concept for the new Sportster S in 2018 has teased line production version since then. There are a few surprises in store when it comes to the bike's appearance, however. These are the first definite technical designs. I don't have the picture. Let me try and do this. There it is. Can you see it? It's pretty cool. I like it. Let's see if I can put this back here. The engine might be essentially the same Revolution Max 1250 design used in the Pan America, but it's detuned from the Pan America claimed 150 horsepower down to 121. I'm sure a lot of tuners are going to be putting it back up there and getting more than that out of it, because the Revolution is a nice motor. I was checking them out the other day when I was at the Harley dealer. Significantly lower power peak revs. This might be a clue that the Pan America's variable valve timing system isn't used on the Sportster S, which would help reduce complexity and cost. But regardless of how the power production is achieved, it means the new bike's max output arrives at 7,500 RPM instead of 8,750, which is the Pan America. Torque is also reduced about by a smaller amount. The Sportster S manages 92 foot-pounds of torque at 6,000 RPM, where the Pan America is good for a claimed 94 foot-pounds at 6750. That was on the CycleWorld dyno. The Pan America Special produced 128 rear wheel horsepower at 9,000 RPM and 80.8 foot-pounds of torque at 4,200. Despite the reduction in power and torque, the Sportster S isn't any slower than the Pan America type. Approval documents list its maximum speed as 137 miles an hour. The same figure listed as the Pan America's, with peak torque arriving at low revs plus a significant reduction in weight. The Sportster S will probably outrun the Pan America in a race from the lights. From the lights. Okay. I'm going to race from light to light. Okay. The Sportster S has a type approved weight of 105 pounds wet, including full tank of fuel. That's 66 pounds less than the Pan America 1250 Special in the same state, and 37 pounds less than the Pan America Base. Note that these are European type approval figures, not those claimed on Harley spec sheets. For the U.S., Harley quotes Pan America Special at slightly higher, 559 pounds, 534 pounds for the base Pan America. If the same proportions apply to the Sportster S, the version is likely to be around 495 pound mark. As on the Pan America, the Revolution Max is just the Sportster S engine, but also a major component of its chassis, providing the main structure between the swing arm pivot and the separate upper frame section. Wow, they're unibodied, I guess. Welcome to the wave of the future, which is bolted to the top carrying the steering head. That means dimensions can stray too far from the Pan Americas, and documents show both bikes are identical in overall length, 2,270 millimeters, which is 89.4 inches. Thanks for that conversion. The new bike has slightly shorter wheelbase at 59.8 inches compared to 62.2 for the Pan America. But of course, it's substantially shorter and narrower overall. Its total height is 42.7 inches, down from 59.4. So they made it lower. That's still pretty tall. With less mass, there is a reduced need for braking power as well. So the Sportster S uses a single front disc instead of the Pan America's twin disc setup. The original concept version was notable for its massively wide front tire, and the production Sportster doesn't scale it down. The front rubber is 160/70ZR17, big enough for the rear of many street bikes. While the back hoop is 180/70ZR16. Harley's decision to use the Sportster S's name for the RH1250S gives a couple of clues to the firm's plans for the future. It suggests the bike is a genuine Sportster replacement rather than a parallel model, and shows that Harley-Davidson's recent trademark application for the Nightster name wasn't designed for this model, although it may be applied yet to a variation of the same model, based on the same bike, I guess. The fact that the initial version of the Sportster S is built around smaller capacity 950cc version of the Revolution Max, originally designed for the Bronx, which got canceled. That's the Bronx Street Fighter. That was a pretty cool bike too. The final questions will be answered at the bike's official unveiling on July 13th, which Harley points plans for the future of the Sportster will surely be revealed at last. Maybe they won't. You know what I mean? Anyway, I wanted to update that because I seen this was new, and Indian is developing a next generation radar system. That's pretty good. I'm gonna check that out some more. I did hear of a motorcycle that was all a synthetic cord together, like the airbag vest. It's made out of that kind of material, and it is totally inflated with air. But you can drive it as a motorcycle. I will be getting back with you on that too. It's a pretty neat story. Anyway, I thank you all for tuning in, and if you made it to the end, like, subscribe, give everybody a holler and tell them, hey, I'm stupid. Peace, people. Thanks for the advice and everything.